All right, guys, welcome to Subculture TV. We're going to be talking about the dads that actually came home with milk. That good?
Yeah.
You looking at that camera, yes?
So today, as Chris just mentioned, we're going to be talking about both good dads, and we might even go into some bad dads. My name's Tyler.
I'm Jess.
And I'm Chris.
And let's hop into this. So let's get started with, I think, a very easy bad dad, and that is Azami from Food Wars.
Ooh, yeah. The trauma. I don't even know why she forgave him at the end.
Did she really forgive him, though?
Well, what I don't like about the fifth plate was they tried to make it seem like, you know, he did this for her.
He really didn't. Like, they're like, I think that having all this trauma will be good for development.
Yeah, not letting her cousin talk to her.
Like, didn't he, like, separate her from her mom or something?
No, the mom was a real piece of work.
No, she was the one with the
she
god
left.
tongue.
Yeah.
Oh, and she was unhappy with Erina's food.
Right.
Well,
and she's like,
she scarred the dad. She pretty much said, like, your cooking isn't good enough. I'm leaving.
But, like,
doesn't make it better.
Yeah, like, even if the mom scars the dad, I don't think the dad should scar the daughter.
Yeah.
Just trying to hone in that god tongue, you know?
But, like, he was never even, like, really there for her, right? After she started living with her grandpa.
No.
So he just, like, abandoned her for a bit, just
yeah, to go rebuild the gourmet world, you know?
Well, he was banished by the grandpa.
Oh, yeah, and he went to, like, the underground world.
Yeah. So he actually wasn't even supposed to be allowed on school grounds. The only reason he was allowed to is because in this world, kids have power over the adults.
Gotta love it.
Kids.
Yeah, I don't love that about this show, but
yeah,
I think up until the 5th season, it was pretty good, but he does not make a compelling character.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what they wanted to do with him. Like, did they want him to be like a surefire villain, or did they want him to have the redemption? Because I feel like they kind of in on both.
I think they wanted to show that it was a guy that just completely lost his way.
Yeah, but, like, is he supposed to be redeemed? Are we supposed to be like, oh my gosh?
I don't think he's supposed to be redeemed. I think he's supposed to be forgiven, not by his children, but by, like, the people that he looked up to in the school. So, like, Ichiraku.
Yeah.
And
yeah, who cares about what your daughter thinks of you, huh?
No. I'm not saying, like, he doesn't care. I'm saying, like, I think that's the only people that we're supposed to feel he like was forgiven by. Yeah.
Which I don't even think he was forgiven by them.
Yeah.
No.
Like, to be for real.
I don't think Ichiraku, like, really cared enough about drama, and maybe that's why he, like, forgave him.
Yeah.
But I don't love him as a person. Here's another bad dad. I don't know if you guys feel like he's redeemed himself or not, but Endeavor from My Hero Academia. See,
that's tricky.
Because, like, they gave him a kind of a redemption, right?
Kind of? What do you mean, kind of? They
tried to redeem him, but I don't know. There was a lot about the backstory that I felt like was irredeemable. I felt like the mom definitely should not have forgiven him and should have just, like, been like, hey, let's go our separate ways at this point.
I think he was a bad husband, and I think, to an extent, the only person he was, like, really a terrible dad to was Shoto. Because, like, Dabi, he actually cared a lot about, to the point where he didn't, for someone that, like, any other person, like, in his shoes that was power hungry probably would have looked at, like, Dabi's immense power and would have been like, yes, I succeeded. I don't care what happens to Dabi. Yeah. Like, let his skin burn off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he was like, no, like, I love this, like, son too much. Like, go and just be with the other kids and live a normal life. Now, it ended up having, like, its own backfires, obviously.
Yeah.
But, like...
But it's also toxic for kids to live in a household where the dad and the mom are always fighting. And from the very few flashbacks that it looked like, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seemed like he forced himself on the mom quite often, saying, like, we got to make a stronger child.
Yeah.
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 Well, it was part of an arranged marriage, so it's a little bit hard to say. Like,
yeah, it was an arranged marriage, but like, you still can't force yourself on your arranged marriage wife, in my opinion.
No, I agree. But I mean, that being said, like, a lot of the times he even got angry at her was more so because he thought that she was like letting him use his powers, and it still went back to because he cared for like them
for the kids. Yeah.
So like, I'm not saying he's a good guy.
Did he care for the kids, or did he care that the kids grew up to be stronger than All Might?
No, he cared. No. He cared that the rest of the kids grew up fine. He just wanted. He only spent most of his time with Shoto because he wanted Shoto to be better.
Yeah, but I don't think he cared for the other kids. I don't think I don't think he hated them.
But that's what I'm saying.
But I don't think he cared for them at all. I think he was an absent father to them.
Yeah.
Because
otherwise, like, why does the older brother and older sister, like, pretty much treat him like a stranger and hate him so much?
Well, I feel like that was more because of what happened to Toya or Dabi.
Yeah.
Because Toya was, like, I forgot the other one's best, like, Natsu.
Yeah, Natsu.
And was Natsu's best friend.
And I forget the sister's name all the time.
Yeah.
But, like, but Natsu and Toya were really close. And then the sister, and then Shoto was, like, really young when all that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's different when you live in a world of life and death. Some of the things that are important in our world is not as important in their world. And I say that because, like, when I watch it, I'm like, oh, yeah, sure, like, forgive him, right? Whatever. I don't really care that much about that. But at the same time, if this was real life, and someone was telling me, like, if I was talking to Shoto in real life and he was like, yeah, my dad did all this, I'd be like, holy shit, you gotta, like, excommunicate your dad. That is not healthy. Like, no matter what kind of groveling your dad does, like, cut him out from your life. You don't need that in your life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but, I mean, in that world, like, I'm not condoning what Endeavor did. Like, I just want to make that clear. But I do think at the end, like, what was it, at the end of the 4th season, when he gave up, like, his house and everything so his kids can live in there without him being there.
Yeah.
And, like, the fact that he was willing to sacrifice himself to stop a Nomu.
I think he learned that, like, what he did was wrong.
Yeah. I guess, I mean, I do think that he knows what he did is wrong now and that he's trying to get better. I guess where I struggle is, does he truly deserve forgiveness? But I guess that's not my call to make. Like, he doesn't care about my forgiveness. It's whatever the kids want.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a hard one.
Right? Like, does he deserve to be forgiven? Does he deserve to ever be considered a good dad after what he put them through? They're, like, pretty old already. They're, like, what, 13 to 18?
No, well, Natsu and the sister, I think, are in college.
Okay, yeah, so they're pretty old.
Yeah, because Shoto is what, at first year? So that would make him 13, 14 years old?
And that's like, I get that their dad is different now, but does that forgive 20x years of abuse and neglect? I just don't know, like I said.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I'm sure there's a lot of things behind the scenes of him being both a good and bad dad that we just don't see.
Yeah, I mean, like, because we got to see, like, essentially Natsu forgave him. And because, like, you saw it during the Nomu fight.
Yeah.
And the daughter never really didn't forgive him. You know, like, she always wanted to have the family back together. So I don't think she ever, like, really hated him.
Right.
So now it's up to Shoto and Dabi.
Well, I feel like Shoto half forgave him.
Yeah.
You know,
I think he sees where he's willing to put in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dabi is angry about the wrong thing.
Dabi's got issues.
He's angry about the wrong thing.
He's very mentally unstable.
Yeah, but isn't he kind of hot?
No.
Oh.
You think burnt skin is attractive?
When it's drawn, yes.
No.
like when it's like, you know, it just kind of looks a little purple on like a drawing. I'm like, that's hot. But
sounds
like
a little masochistic.
The guy's like looks like he's like a Nomu.
Yeah, practically.
Yeah.
I think his craziness kind of gives him like a little bit of hotness.
He's like completely stitched up. I don't think so.
It's kind of like how some people find the Jujutsu Kaisen curse user.
Oh, the Stitch one?
Yeah, the Stitch curse guy.
Yeah.
I don't get
they
that.
They find him hot.
Really?
I think it's kind of similar.
Who finds him hot?
Yeah.
That's a whack take.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I've seen people simp over him.
Really?
Yeah.
People simp over everyone though.
Yeah.
They don't simp over Nanami.
I feel like there's a bunch of like quirky people that like wanna find because someone hot because no one else finds them hot.
Because they're quirky?
Yeah, because they're quirky.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I think it's also because when you look at stitch work on a drawing, it doesn't like. I don't think about it like stitch work.
But the thing is, like, if you're gonna go for a stitch work person, you might as well go for Stein from Soul Eater.
Why can't we go after all of them?
Because that guy's a creep.
Yeah.
He turned his legs into little goat legs. I'm sorry, that guy's a creep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Yeah.
But do you guys think Endeavor is a good father or a bad? Because like honestly, I'm kind of in between on him because like at the end of the day, what he did in the early years with like if we're just going based off of Toya, right? I think he was a great father.
Yeah.
To Toya.
Yeah.
But to Shoto.
But to Shoto in the early years.
Yeah. So and absent in Natsu's life. Yeah.
So I guess it depends on what child you're really talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how do you rate him as a whole, right? That's so hard.
Probably bad dad.
Bad dad?
You think so?
Yeah.
But like, are you only looking at the past, or are you thinking about it as a whole? I'm looking
at it as a whole up until the anime is right now.
Okay.
I'm not gonna look further past the anime because we're an anime.
But do you think he is redeemable at this point?
I think he's forgivable. I don't think you can call him a good dad.
That's fair. Like, he is a bad dad on his way to becoming a good person.
Yeah.
But I don't think...
Because at a certain point...
Yeah.
Like... Wow, this is probably going to sound really messed up. At a certain point, like... You've kind of lost your opportunity to be a dad. Because, like, the parts of when someone's growing is really when you can be the most impactful.
Yeah.
So, like, even though you can still do your best to be a dad, you know, at that later stage, you do lose that, like, initial, I was a good dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you have to compare it, like, how long was he a bad dad for? And does 1 year of being a good dad, you know, like, if you had an anime where, like, the first 19 seasons were terrible, and then one season was a banger, would you be like, that's a great anime?
No.
I'd probably be like, it's a bad anime.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I think,
you know what I mean?
think you're right.
So rated bad dad?
I would rate him a bad dad.
Let's get a good dad. Let's bring the mood up with a good dad.
But boy, you know what? Endeavor's kind of hot.
You know, I thought he was hot.
Without his flame form?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know why he gives himself like
the mustache.
Is it a mustache or a goatee?
I think it's both.
Like the flame goatee really like throws everything off for me. I think it's
to assert dominance.
Because like the thing is, he doesn't have a goatee that he's making fire. Like to just give yourself a goatee that you don't have is so weird. He
just likes the aesthetic.
But like, that's weird, right?
You know,
he fell into the classic trope of like every Asian male. They all want to have facial hair, but they can't grow it.
Yeah. Okay, good dad. So hard to find the good dad on our list. Why did we have so many bad dads here?
Throwing this out there before I get canceled, I am an Asian male that cannot grow facial hair well.
Matt Hughs.
I don't know every Asian person.
No, Matt. The dad.
Matt Hughs. I don't know all of them.
May.
That's why I said May.
Okay, I'm like.
Did I say Matt?
Yeah.
Oh, May.
I was like, not an anime character.
Forget about that guy. No one likes that guy.
Are you kidding?
How about?
Wait. The lengths he went to protect his daughter and wife.
Okay, same thing could be said for Dr. Tucker.
Oh, you did not. You did.
This is like two opposite dads
in the same anime.
Yeah, like, they're very, very opposite. I will say, like, that dad confuses me, Tucker.
Yeah.
Why? Because he wanted to bring demi-humans into the world.
But like, why even take care of your child at that point? Like, why not just like go out and like. I'm not saying do this, but like, why not go out and like go to an orphanage or like go to a you know, homeless like camp or something.
Because it's like
just
it's like fusion food. Like you like Korean food and you like Mexican food, but sometimes you want to try what they're like together. Like he loves his dog and he loves his daughter, but
does
how
he love
much
his
better
dog
could
and
it
does he
be
love his daughter?
If they were together.
But
they're
you
both
get
one.
me, like it must have cost so much money to raise both the dog and the girl. Like he wasted so much effort to raising them, only to do that. Well, just grab strangers.
The problem was he didn't want to resort to that. He wanted to actually create one, you know, that could actually speak without any of that problem. But the biggest issue was he was at the end of his funding.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Abduct someone.
Abduct someone.
Drugs. Chloroform.
It's not like he was a very it's not like he was a very buff guy. Like I don't think he really had many of those options.
You don't need to be very buff to use chloroform. Or hear me out, call up an escort service, come to my home. I'm just saying, obviously no human should be put through that. But like your daughter?
Yeah, it's rough.
You could have had so many better options than your daughter. That's a choice.
Yeah.
See, unlike Matt Hughs. Yeah. Wow, May Hughs. I don't know why I keep saying Matt. May Hughs. That's a phenomenal dad.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. They didn't really go over his being a dad in the live action.
It's true they didn't.
Yeah.
They also didn't go over it in the Not Brotherhood version.
Yeah, they didn't.
Yeah. I think you watched the Not Brotherhood version, right?
I think I watched a few episodes of Not Brotherhood version.
Oh, you didn't even finish that one.
No.
And then you watched the live action.
Yeah. The thing is it good? Yeah.
Is what good?
The movie?
No, the show.
You don't know that. You don't know that. You only watched a couple episodes of Not Brotherhood. You just don't know.
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to say, is it good? Yeah.
It's all right.
Oh, right. Oh, my gosh.
How far did you get?
Not very far.
Okay.
So, but you met Mustang and stuff, right?
You meet Mustang very early. Cause,
you meet him like first episode.
Do you really?
Yeah, because he goes when they did the...
I thought the church was the first episode.
You see him in the...
Right? With the... Because I know the mom... Gate of Truth, and then I thought we got like a time skip.
Hold up. Do you even see the mom in the first episode?
Like what happens to her?
Yeah.
Are you sure that's not a flashback that happens like mid-season?
I think it happens later.
Does it?
Because if I'm not mistaken, I think the first episode starts off with them like
at a church
chasing that one guy.
Yeah, the priest dude.
Yeah. And then you finally get to see that this guy, which by the way, like this is such a horrible like way to try to make me impressed about something. Oh, this guy can do alchemy without like using any like signs or anything. But you don't understand that during this scene. So you're just like, oh, okay, everyone can do this. So it's not really that impressive until like later on you find other people need stuff in order to do alchemy.
Yeah, you need to be
in front of the discovery.
Yeah.
But like it doesn't matter. Like episode 1, Natsu's sick. Natsu is dank, episode 1 of Fairy Tales. This guy is like, until later when you find out other people need it, you're like, all right, that's cool ability, I guess. He can do like Doton, but like that's it.
I'm almost positive that on the first episode, like he does alchemy without the thing, and all the villagers are like, "Wow, like so cool! You don't need it." I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. It's been a while since I've watched it.
Yeah, because like that is because he has to put his hands together for him to do alchemy. Because that's him completing the circle for. Because what was it something about the Gate of Truth? He had to be there to like get that gift.
I don't know.
Even though it's a trauma
effect. Remember exactly what happened, but I do remember thinking like I don't fully understand why he can do it.
Yeah, until like halfway through the series.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about good animes, but tell me about a mid anime and I'll tell you about it.
A mid anime?
Yeah.
I don't think we have any mid anime dads here.
Mid anime.
But we do have a S tier dad and Vegeta.
Oh yeah, tell me about Vegeta being a dad because I haven't watched Dragon Ball Z. Or regular, or super, or GT.
GT doesn't count. It's fine.
Just to piss you off, one day I'm going to be like, I watched all of Dragon Ball, and you're going to be like, which one? I'm going to say GT.
Yeah, you'll be putting yourself more in pain than myself.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because she doesn't know anything, so it'll be like, oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, no, GT doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, like, why can't these Dragon Balls turn into people?
They turn into dragons, first of all, and it's terrible.
I would like GT if I start with that, or I might not like it, but I'll feel the same way about it as I do like Dragon Ball. And so you'll be like more upset than me.
So you want us to both go through pain, Jess? Is that what it is?
Honestly, if I have to go through pain by being forced to watch it, like a season, I think I would choose GT just so like we're both in the same boat.
So we're suffering together.
Yeah.
Honestly, why watch
Misery
Dragon
loves
Ball
company.
when you can watch God of High School?
No,
It's the same story about Son Goku.
But they're both about Son Goku.
Wait, who's Son Goku?
Goku.
No way. No shot that you didn't think this guy whose name was Goku that rode on a Nimbus cloud that turned into an ape and had a monkey tail when he wasn't an ape.
And it has a power pole.
Yeah,
Wait,
and then
I didn't know he turns into an ape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a straight up ape?
Yeah.
Like a giant one.
Like not just like the tail he has.
No, he, like...
Yeah, all Saiyans can do that.
Yeah.
They all, like when the full moon is
it's
out.
the full moon, right? Yeah.
They turn into giant apes, which is why Frieza calls them monkeys.
Do they know how often full moons happen? Like every month and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So every like month and a half, they just turn into giant apes.
Well, Planet Celada doesn't have a moon. What?
They only have
Vegeta.
toppings.
Which is why they'll send their weaker Saiyans to like worlds that they want to conquer.
Yeah.
With
Like Vegeta, the weaker Saiyan.
Oh no, no.
Well, can
No.
you be clear which Vegeta? Because there's Prince Vegeta and there's King Vegeta.
I don't know, the one that goes yellow.
That's Prince Vegeta.
Oh, does King Vegeta not go yellow?
You mean Super Saiyan?
No. Well, we're making fun of that one
yeah,
clip.
I know from GT.
Yeah.
I don't know what clip you're talking about. I'm just
so-
taking this as truth.
Where his son goes, I can go.
Yeah.
Wait. So they're both Son Goku.
Yes.
I literally did not realize that until this.
Did you know that about
God of High School?
Of course I did.
Okay.
Yeah, but
But they like say that in the manga. They're like, he is.
Oh,
Yeah.
they say that he's Son Goku?
Yeah.
yeah,
they're very clear about
well,
it.
in the sub they call him Son Goku.
But you gotta understand, I'm looking at that poster right there, right?
Yeah.
And I see Goku. Okay, he has no tail. He has no cloud.
Yeah,
he
'cause
has.
that's from Super. That's why.
But like, you understand, they're all the same to me.
No.
Cause like I haven't seen any of them, so I don't know the difference. So I'm looking at that and I'm like,
So-
nothing about him screams Son Goku to me except maybe the fact that his name is Goku.
So they ripped off his tail, so that he can't transform again.
He can't transform anymore. Can he go Saiyan?
Yeah, he can go Super Saiyan and stuff, and
He just can't transform into
and like he essentially harnesses the great ape form to a different form like later on. But yeah,
Oh, does he?
Question: where do their tails come from? Like come out of?
like
They're
their
like-
tailbone.
Yeah.
It's also really painful for them when it gets grabbed.
Like at all?
Yeah.
Oh.
So if they like twist it.
So
it hurts.
really, he got like a buff, right? Because now they got
No.
rid of his weakness, which is someone grabbing his tail.
So Vegeta was unaffected by that, but yeah,
Yeah.
Wait, unaffected by tail grabbing or
Yeah.
what? Oh, okay.
You also have to understand that, yes, going Super Saiyan is really strong, but like it requires you to like be able to do it.
Yeah,
Turning
not-
into that giant monkey,
anybody can do it.
anyone can do it, and you are incredibly strong. You like we're talking about like King Kong size, like
Yeah.
maybe bigger.
Wow, and he can't do that anymore.
No,
So he's just weak now.
no, he's not
No, he's
weak.
not weak because he can go like
Super. So Vegeta and Goku are both lucky in the fact that they have something that's called S cells that allow them to go into.
S for Saiyan.
Yeah.
Is it?
Huh?
Is it S for Saiyan? Tell me.
Yeah.
Look,
The moment you said S cells, I was like, I like literally squinted my eyes. I was like, there's no way he's gonna say it's S for Saiyan.
Yeah, it's because you need these specific cells to go Super Saiyan.
No, I get it,
Yeah.
but might as well just call them Saiyan cells at that point. Don't like give them like a name
what-
like S cells. Like,
I'm just
that makes
I'm
it
just
seem like
I'm just
But-
reiterating what Toriyama said.
But back onto the topic. What makes Vegeta a good
Okay.
dad?
I mean, so he's one of the only dads we've actually seen play with his son. And mind you, his playing is training, but still, you know.
wait, we've seen a lot
Yeah.
of dads train with their son.
Endeavor played with his
Yeah,
son.
but
Yeah.
did any of them buy them ice cream after? No, exactly.
Dry.
Dry
That's
doesn't count, but
true.
Dry has a father figure. We're talking about blood dads, okay?
Did anyone buy him ice cream specifically?
Exactly. Vegeta did.
I would believe that. Oh, Tucker gave his daughter a bunch of desserts.
Dang, what a good dad.
What a good dad. Great dad.
No. And not to, he actually was willing to sacrifice himself so his son has a future.
Did he sacrifice himself?
Yeah, against Majin Buu.
Dead?
He died, yeah. In this scene, the one I'm getting tattooed.
And then so after he dies, he's just gone?
No, he gets wished back. But he didn't know that at the time. So the sacrifice still meant something.
At that point, like the moment that one person gets wished back, like if I was part of Goku's team, right? I just like wouldn't fear death anymore. I'd be like, you got me, right?
So here's the thing. The old rules of the Dragon Ball, you were only allowed to be wished back once.
But we know that doesn't matter anymore because there's the bigger Dragon Ball.
The Super Dragon Balls, which you have to go between 2 different universes to get.
Okay.
Yeah. Which are the size of planets. They're not exactly easy to find across the entire universe. You know? So it's and you need permission from the God of Destruction to even enter that universe.
Is the God of Destruction King Vegeta?
No, the God of Destruction is a God of Destruction.
He's like a person though, or like a Saiyan, or like what?
No, different species depending what kind of God you are.
Is that the kangaroo looking guy?
The cat?
Yeah, the cat looking guy.
Yeah, so for universe 6 and 7, because they're twins, they are both cats. And then you have like a clown one, and then you have like different versions of like gods of destruction. And not to mention, and like, so if we're talking about in Z, right? Vegeta, like before, I gotta explain. So before, the reason why he never thought he was gonna be wished back, because remember, he was a bad guy when he was first introduced into the series.
Yeah.
So he had an entire redemption arc before he became a father. Got with Bulma. That's the girl with the blue hair in the ship. Okay. And then they gave birth to Trunks. That's the purple hair one. And
I don't see a purple haired one.
He's a white haired one. It's more white.
It's white? No way.
It's like a very light purple. Like almost like near white.
Yeah.
Oh, top right corner?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
yeah, that's like near white.
Yeah, it's like a near white.
Instead of trying to, because his son at that time could go Super Saiyan.
Okay.
And instead of trying to have his son and Goten and everybody else go fight Majin Buu with him to potentially beat him, he decided at that time is that I'm going to at least give my new home and my family a chance to survive. And that's when he blew himself up, which is what he's doing right there.
And singing. Don't forget about the singing.
No, that happened in Super. In Super, he was willing to like degrade himself. And if you know how prideful that man is, that's such a big statement to like.
I just gotta say, the singing makes me want to watch it.
Watch it.
Like,
just watch GT.
But I only want to watch until he like starts fighting, and then it's over. Like once he stops singing, it's over.
Just watch Battle of Gods. It's an 1.5-hour movie. Because then you get both. That's
a big commitment. An 1.5 hours? An episode that's like 20 minutes, you know?
Yeah, but if I broke it down in episodes, because they reanimated it into like episodes in Super, it's going to be longer than that.
Okay.
That's why I say use the movie.
All right, guys. I got another good dad for you guys.
A good dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shikamaru's dad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He was a great dad.
The scene where he was trying to console Shikamaru.
When they're playing the game.
And he just like tells him to like let it all out, and he'll pick up the pieces.
What a good dad.
Yeah.
Which is like...
Well, not to mention just like the fact that he was like the only dad that let like their children play with Naruto.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was very interesting, I thought, that they gave us that insight into Shikamaru and his dad and their relationship, because I really love that scene. And at first I was like, maybe it's because Shikamaru's dad is the only dad that's like a ninja, but that's not true. Like, Ino comes from a very prominent ninja family, so does, what's that dog guy?
Okiba?
Yeah. And same thing with the bug guy.
Like the Konoha 12, minus Sakura.
Yeah.
Are all from ninja, like actual ninja clans.
And they almost never show us like the relationship between the parents and the child, except Shikamaru's dad and him. And it makes me think, like, is it just because like he's better dad, or like
I'm not sure.
Like, what are the other ninja parents like? Because Kiba's mom was very supportive, but I wouldn't go as far as to say she was like.
And then Ino's dad.
Kiba's mom was very scary.
I like that about her.
Yeah, well, her husband didn't.
Yeah.
That's why he left. Yeah, but you know, something like just a fun little fact before we kind of continue. Did you know that Kakashi is most likely related to Kiba?
Oh, I've heard this theory before.
So the reason why Kakashi has dog summonings is because most likely also Kakashi has a sense of smell. If they actually talk about it during the second bell test, only that is actually rivals and possibly better than Kiba's, meaning that most likely his mother was I forgot the name, what Kiba's last name, but was most likely from that same clan.
But he summons dogs. Are the dogs that are from Kiba's clan, like, they're not summoned, right? They're raised.
Well, no, but their main trait is the smell.
Yeah.
And he can do that.
But, like, under that theory, I could be like, oh, I think Tanjiro's related to Kiba.
Also those dogs aren't, like, it's not like they're from, like, a special, like, place. Like, they all belong to the hidden, like, leaf, which is why they have the Konoha bands on them somewhere. So you don't have to. It's not like every single summon is from like Mount Muyaboku or something
somewhere
like that,
special.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So they very well could still be like, you know, living with him or something like that.
You're right. I forgot.
Like, and Boruto, they kind of also played on it because when Kakashi was like, I think he posed as a reporter to talk to Boruto, and he put the purple little things to hide who he was.
Interesting.
That wasn't Boruto. That was Naruto.
Yeah.
That was a Naruto?
Yep.
I could have sworn that was because that was like right before the tuning exams.
There was another one. Oh, he did that in Boruto as well. You're right.
But I don't know if he had the purple thing during the Naruto one.
He did.
He did?
He did. Because that was the first time we got to see Kakashi.
Yeah, without the mask.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
But he did bring it back in Boruto. He did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, going back to some bad dads, how are we feeling about Paul from Mushoku Tensei?
You know, I actually remember back when you said, I love Paul.
I do.
Did I say that on the pod?
No, you did not.
Oh, my God.
He's like, I love
But it's out
Paul.
there now.
He's the best dad. He's supportive.
You're like, you gotta love a good dad and husband.
It was like episode like 4 or something, or like 3. It was like very early on.
You're
and
like,
I
you
was
gotta
like,
love the relationship between him and his wife.
I literally
like,
said,
sure.
I love that they don't fall into the trope of making him a bad dad. I love how supportive and amazing he is as a dad and a father. And I was like,
I tried holding a straight face.
I know.
I was
and then, like, I think it was immediately the next episode after I told you that, where I was like, oh no.
He's like the worst.
He's the worst. Hey, anime only.
Yeah, I was gonna say because we know what happens.
Yeah.
In Mid-Shoku Tensei.
But here's my thing.
This
I don't think there's redemption in death. I truly don't think there's redemption in death. I don't think you sacrificing yourself should trump everything you've done.
Well,
now, if it's equal to, and you know, everyone can decide that what that is for themselves. But I don't think you can just like be a shit person the whole time and then just die and then be like, oh, he's been forgiven.
I don't think you should get rid of everything, but I think he's done way too many things that were really bad. Like,
yeah, but I mean, everything because after everyone was teleported, right?
The way he treated Rudy was so bad.
Yeah,
so bad.
Like for me was probably the most unforgivable thing he did.
Yeah.
I get cheating is bad, but like you pretty much tossing your son to the side saying, "Oh, you're just trying to play superhero with," I forget the girl that he was with at the time, to go play superhero with her, and like whatever. It was pretty like I get he was angry. I get he was depressed.
Yeah.
But like, was he even worried about his son at all? Like, I get that Rudy was very magically inclined from the beginning, but he's still like, what, 12, 13?
Yeah,
like,
something like that.
You should still be worried about him because he's your fucking son. He is your son. Everyone got teleported. And like, you know, if you think about where Rudy got teleported, right? He got teleported with the, what are they called?
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. But with Rudyard?
Yeah, who is, you know, everyone feared them, right? And it was because of a curse, but whatever, right? But Rudy finds out that he's actually a good guy. But what if he wasn't? What if they weren't? he would have just died. And, like, he wasn't even concerned at all for that possibility that Rudy might have been teleported to the, you know, demon world or whatever it's called.
He literally was stuck in a world that spoke a different language. That
yes.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
It's, yeah, and, like, what Rudy said is completely right in that, like, how would he have known that everyone else got teleported?
That it wasn't just him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how would he have known? He was so far away. He was trying to make the best of the situation, you know?
And it's not like he got teleported to a city in, like, the human realm
Yeah.
where everyone else faced the same thing.
He was on the opposite continent.
Yeah, where nothing happened.
Yeah.
And it's not like he wasn't trying to get back or, like, trying to put a message out there. Like, he didn't just play around just to play around.
Yeah.
And he shouldn't have pushed himself any further, in my opinion, because then he could have put himself in a spot where it was way too dangerous for him, and he could have died. You know, like, I think Rudy did everything right, especially at his age. And for his dad to come in, it made me so mad. And, like, I know at the end they kind of, like, forgave each other, and they were like, oh, we both misunderstood, you know? But I'm like, nah, Rudy, forget that hoe.
He's so lucky that Ruger didn't see him hit Rudy.
Oh, my gosh.
He would have been done.
Ruger is a better dad than Paul
100%.
could ever even hope to be.
100%.
Yeah, which is sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think there's no redemption for Paul, in my opinion.
Yeah.
There's no redemption. I know you feel differently because you've read ahead, but I don't think it's enough.
Well, we'll see.
I don't think it's enough.
We'll see.
Does anyone here have a good dad for our next one?
A good dad?
I mean,
Minato?
I would honestly, I think Minato, for the amount, for like the,
For like 2 seconds he was a dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, for literally the 2 seconds he was a dad.
Yeah, it was great. Well, because like I know Minato gets a lot of crap for choosing the side of Kurama that he had given Naruto, because he gave him the Yang side while he took in the Yin side.
Yeah.
But I think people are thinking of it, most people think of it too literally, where it's like good and bad. Yang doesn't necessarily mean bad.
Well, Yang means that there's the good in the bad, right?
Yeah, well, right. But if you think of it as just chakra, people, if you look at people who have the Yin release, they're better at like genjutsus, right? But does Minato or Kushina know genjutsu?
No.
So most likely Naruto wouldn't either, which is why they gave him, which is why he gave him Yang release.
Yeah.
Because it has more physical prowess, which is what they were both better known for, right? So he gave him the better choice to set him up in the future. And the fact that he came up, possibly, right, this is just theory, possibly came up with that conclusion and while being stabbed through the stomach is really impressive.
I think he showed how good of a dad he was
During the memory thing?
during the memory and then during the war arc.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he took all of Naruto's like harshness towards him.
Yeah.
And like was like, I completely understand.
I think he was a good dad, but here's one thing I wish he had done differently. As Hokage at the time, he should have known that both he and his wife's lives were in danger at all times. Because they will always be a target. This was a time of constant war.
Yeah.
He should have taken measures to make sure that if something had happened to him... No, he should have taken better measures. Well, he should have known that Gramps was a piece of shit.
No.
Jiraiya
was the godfather.
What was Jiraiya doing? Okay,
I don't know.
In all fairness, he also put Kushina with like 10 Anbu Black Ops watching over her.
Yeah.
And he
That's
wasn't
fair.
expecting
I'll retract my statement.
Obito, who everyone feared as Madara.
Yeah.
You know, because let's be honest, Obito doesn't get enough credit for how strong of an Uchiha he really was.
Oh,
People
yeah.
are always saying
He's
stuff like
top
Itachi's like top Uchiha, and it's like, look, I admit it, Itachi's strong. But we can't glance over the fact that Obito was to be feared.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Like,
can I just say, when Obito was acting as Toby, that was like really good, right? Like,
yeah.
He did a great job. Like, a lot of people take themselves too seriously that they would never act like that, even to play a part. But I gotta say, like, can we, like, give him props for acting?
Toby?
Yeah.
No.
Was you just playing a fool?
Yeah, he did a great... Could you act like that? and like really sell it as a fool, like
Oh,
as yourself
absolutely.
being a fool. You
I
think so?
Yeah, especially if I was wearing a mask. Yeah.
I don't think like
Well, I think
Madara
it was
could've
easy
done it.
for him because Obito used to be a fool. He was always a clown.
Yeah.
But like, sure, it might have been easy for him, but it was still good acting.
No, it was good.
Like, I don't think I could pull it off by
Yeah.
a mile.
So I mean, here's a question: who's a better dad, Minato or Fugaku?
I would say Minato.
Who's Fugaku?
That's Kakashi,
Itachi and,
Itachi's father.
And
Sasuke's father.
Sasuke's dad.
Oh my gosh!
That
Wait,
man-
we need to talk about Itachi's dad.
That man just said, "You are truly a good son."
Right,
Like-
but see, but here's where okay, I get hate for saying this, but it's fine. I don't like Fugaku,
Roast them in the comments.
Roast them.
Roast them.
and it's because he had an opportunity to actually stop the coup.
he didn't
He
want
wanted.
to.
He wanted to.
He wanted.
He wanted to, but why didn't he? Because he was scared.
No, I'm saying he wanted the coup to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
No, he didn't actually want the coup to happen. He wanted to back out, but the only reason why he didn't was because he didn't want somebody else to take the head seat.
I don't remember him wanting to back out.
Yeah, no, he didn't want the coup, like fully.
I think it's hard. The thing is, I understand why they wanted the coup.
And I can't see a traitor as a good father.
No, he was loyal to his. He was loyal to his clan above his village.
Who did he swear his loyalty to though?
His clan.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Okay, hold on. Let me
didn't
clarify
swear-
some stuff with factual.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
In the manga, it was stated that Fugaku organized and planned the coup, and so he was all for it. In the anime, they changed it, and it was stated that he did not plan it, but as the head of the Uchiha clan, he had no choice but to go along with their decision.
Oh.
So it was a change, and I think that change is very important
It's
to
very
keep
big.
in mind.
So in the manga he wanted it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not only did he want it, he planned it.
Yeah.
Because you also have to understand, like, the Uchiha were only sworn loyalty to the Hidden Leaf Village because they had to at that point. Like, let's be honest. The Hidden Leaf literally segregated them into their own,
Village, yeah.
like, village that they had security looking into their village at all times.
And
Yeah.
I get, like, the thing is, like, I get that they were in a state of war before, right? Conflict. But, like...
Yeah, like 150 years before.
Exactly. But after you win, right? If you're not gonna either eradicate them or let them become their own country, like, to be like, hey, you're part of the Hidden Leaf, but you're gonna be under surveillance for the rest of your lives. You'll never be treated as, like... Like,
Yeah.
they got the...
Yeah, but the the issue is that the Uchiha kept getting mad that they weren't getting nominated or winning the Kage or being Hokage.
Well, that's because Tobirama pretty much set it as precedence that
They could never.
they should never.
He didn't say that.
Yeah. Tobirama developed a police force,
Right.
so that way they wouldn't like be able to do anything against the Hidden Leaf, but also set up like
But see,
a force to watch over them.
the reason why I personally think where Tobirama put the Uchihas into like being a police, like the police force, was because who would be like they're like the best clan to be a cop essentially, because they could just put who's ever committing the crime under a genjutsu. Nothing, without pain, no repercussion, no collateral damage.
So, Tobirama hated the Uchiha.
Oh yeah, I know that.
And he said he did pretty much like make it a precedent to hate them.
Yeah, because his whole thing was that an Uchiha should never be, just from where their power comes from. Their power comes from a love so strong that they develop a hate even stronger.
Yeah.
And that's the
Yep.
only way you
But-
develop
but-
a shotgun gun.
But see, personally, I think if any of them was strong enough, they would have been. Because if you think at what point every Hokage was selected, there was always somebody better than what an Uchiha could have brought to the table.
Maybe, but I think it's one of those things where, like, let's say that in a perfect world where they were not segregated, right? An Uchiha still never would have won, right?
Right.
That could be the case, right? Where in the past, like, they never would have won. But it doesn't change the fact that Tobirama set the precedent. Like, pretty much like saying publicly they could never. It's a difference between was it not and could never have been. And I think that's like what they did is they gave them the camp treatment. Like they didn't treat them as human beings. They said you can only live here.
Wasn't Herzen or
Hiruzen?
Yeah, the one that segregated them? I didn't.
They've been segregated, I think, from the beginning.
I think it was Tobirama.
Tobirama, because I thought like outside the village.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I thought I could have sworn that was a third Hokage.
No. Everything pretty much was set up by the second Hokage.
Tobirama did it.
Tobirama did it outside the village?
Yep.
He did everything for the village. He invented every like jutsu too.
I know.
Yeah, but the thing is it doesn't change the fact that they were discriminated against. And what the Uchiha did, like, of course they never got to actually do the coup, right? And maybe they should have had other things they did before the coup, and maybe there was things that they did before the coup that we just don't know about. We just don't know, right? But it doesn't change the fact that they were heavily discriminated against, and I would say that they were not treated as a full person.
So they should have left the village.
They couldn't.
Why?
They were under surveillance. They wouldn't let them.
They also would have all been massacred.
Yeah.
By whom?
The Hidden Leaf.
By the Hidden Leaf.
Yeah, but you really think they go on a full-out war?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Because I think the Hidden Leaf win that.
Yeah.
Well, Hidden Leaf would win.
Yeah.
At a massive cost at that time.
But it's either that or you let them go to another...
Get stronger, and they come back and create
they
a bigger...
also have,
they
like,
know
the
how much the
knowledge.
Uchiha hates them because of what they've done to the Uchiha.
Also because they were the police force, they have the knowledge of the inner workings of the Hidden Leaf.
Yeah.
So I think it's one of those things you have to take that chance and just
exactly
make yourself weaker.
I don't know if the coup was the right choice, but I definitely think they had to do something.
Yeah.
Like the Hidden Leaf were, when it comes to the Uchiha, evil.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were straight up evil. Like they had to do something. Now the coup, I don't know about, but they had to have done something because they weren't being treated as human beings.
But a coup like that, I don't know.
Again, it's one of those things where like maybe they tried some like non-violent options and it never went anywhere.
The only option that would have worked was the option that Shisui wanted, which was to use the Koto Amatsukami to erase everyone's memory and replace it with the memory that their goal is to protect the Hidden Leaf.
Yeah.
And that would be the only option, because then you could eradicate the borders, because every single Uchiha that came afterwards would be taught by the, by the adults. But Danzo didn't want that.
Exactly. So there was a better option, but the Hidden Leaf, Danzo specifically, but weren't the elders in on it too? Or am I wrong?
The two elders that everyone hates,
Yeah, they were in on the massacre, not the coup.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. They're on the Hidden Leaf side.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is, like, I'm sure, like, Danzo and the two elders knew that there was a better option, and they didn't want that. They just wanted them eradicated because that was, for them, in their personal interest the best, and I think that speaks volumes about how evil they are. And now, does that speak for everyone in Konoha? No, of course not, right?
No,
does it speak for everyone in Hidden Leaf? Of course not. But at the same time, like, let's think about in this day and age, right? And I know that's unfair because they live in a very different time.
Yeah.
A completely separate timeline from ours.
Yeah.
But, like, if in this day and time, right? And I know this has happened in history in the past. If there was, like, a specific race that we said, no matter what, if you're part of that race, you're going to be in a camp. You're going to be heavily monitored. You're not going to be treated as people. You cannot vote. You cannot do anything. You are only live here. Heavily monitored. Now, I think everyone would have the common sense to be like, hey, that's evil. Let's not do that. They're people. They're part of our country. Like, we can't just...
Yeah, but, I mean, like, you're essentially talking about the differences between, like, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King.
I think that's completely separate. Like... It's not about discrimination. It's about encapsulating and forcing them into a camp. It's not,
No, but I'm talking about the, like, peace, not peaceful. And I do think the majority of the times, of course, there are times that you have to have an uprising. Things happen. Look at the French. Get it.
But none of the Hidden Leaf villagers, okay, I'm not talking about the evil, like Danzo and the two elders.
Yeah.
None of the villagers did anything to help them.
But that's also because I don't think the Uchihas ever tried to blend into the village. Like,
well, they were forced into their own village. How are they gonna blend in? How would they even even start?
So, like, do you know why there's potentially no Senju? Like the last name Senju is like still around, because they literally were having children with the other clans. Did the Uchihas ever do that?
Were they allowed to leave their village enough to?
I mean, but they were, but they weren't kicked out right away. You know, it wasn't like villages for him. Boom, okay, you're gone. You know,
I think when it was set up, which is during Tobirama's reign, right? Mm-hmm. Because you gotta think, right? Tobirama's Hokage. He forced them into the outside, right, separate area,
right?
And you know, it might have been right after the war. I don't really know what the timeline looks like there.
Me either.
Tobirama had an intense hatred for the Uchiha to the point that as Hokage, he made it very clear about. Like, it's very clear. He talks about it all the time, how much he hates the Uchiha. Now, if I was a villager, I would be like, oh, my Hokage is saying, oh, fuck the Uchiha, they're evil. I would be like, yeah, you know, my Hokage is saying it. And so I would believe that he, not brainwashed, but like pretty much put out there into the whole village that Uchiha are evil. And so is it the villagers' fault that they thought that? Maybe not. Maybe it's only Tobirama's fault. But it doesn't change the fact that all the villagers thought that. And I just don't know how peacefully the Uchiha could have ever assimilated. I think their only option was to leave, but the Uchiha,
but like, see, hate takes generations to forget. So like you're talking what, let's say 150 years, because I don't really know the Naruto timeline right now.
No one knows the Naruto timeline.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, let's just say the 150 years, right? By the time we get to Minato, right, Fugaku was, like, his name was in the hat to be Hokage. You're telling me that, assuming that Minato, you know, wasn't unalived, right, you don't think Minato would have wanted to start bringing the Uchiha back into the fold? So instead of waiting around for this young, because he was like the youngest Hokage, I'm like pretty sure.
Well,
would it want to bring him in?
Yeah.
So instead of being patient.
But Minato died before the coup was planned.
It was planned while he was named, like when he became Hokage.
But it wasn't planned to start until way after, because it happened when Sasuke was like, what, 7, 6? Somewhere around that age. And obviously Minato died when Sasuke was like pretty much 0, 1, right?
Because no, but I thought they were planning it for years. They were just waiting because they had to keep meeting.
I will let you know right now.
Well, let's get back on the real topic of anime dad. So don't even look it up. Just we spent like 20 minutes talking about Naruto at this point.
Okay, well, I think it just happened. I think that played into, was Fugaku a good dad or a bad dad? So yes or no, I guess.
Yeah, he was a good dad.
I think so too. I think he did what was the best.
I don't think so.
How about Mr. Boyle? Arthur Boyle's dad from Fire Force.
Dog. Anime only. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Do you know?
Yeah. He knows everything. He spoils everything.
Okay, Tyler, you're not allowed to have an opinion right now.
Wait, do you know?
No, I don't know. Wait, do you know?
No, but I heard it's really bad.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay,
really?
I have zero idea what actually happened, but apparently there was like another reason why they left Arthur, and that and that reasoning is what makes him a really bad dad.
No.
I know. And they said he said that we're going to feel really bad for Arthur. Like,
I already feel bad for Arthur as it is.
No, even worse.
You guys are going to feel really bad.
I know. Yeah. I'm like, I don't want to know because it's going to make me so sad.
Well, then bad dad.
Bad dad.
Bad
dad.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Jeez.
Let's see.
That's terrible.
Oh, you probably don't know this person, and I don't think I even thought about this person when we were thinking about some of these, but I was just looking at my cup. Kill la Kill, the dad from Kill la Kill.
Who's the dad from Kill la Kill?
The doctor.
Oh.
He's a weird one. He's a gray area.
Yeah.
He was both a good and a bad dad.
Yeah, I don't know. I would probably put him because he does a lot of messed up things.
He does,
like a lot.
but he did save. He did save her.
Okay. How about this? As a person, he's crap. As a dad, okay.
He gave his kid scissors to run around with.
Yeah. You know.
Good dad
Like
or bad
on
dad?
purpose, or I don't understand.
As on purpose as you can give a kid scissors, yes.
Yeah.
Like he like gave a kid scissors and was like run around and like fall down or something. Like I don't understand.
Not fall down, but you know. Just,
That's the whole point of the show is
Yeah.
she has scissors.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know that.
Yeah.
Like, did the scissors help her or hurt her?
It helped
In
her.
the long
Then
run.
good dad.
In
Yeah.
Good dad.
In the long run.
It
Yeah.
also put a target on her back.
Yeah.
But would there have been a target without the scissors
No.
at all?
If
Because
she
of who
never
he is.
never picked up
the-
what she ended up picking up,
Then yeah.
then no. But it was
Yeah.
also like it was only she could have been the one to do what she did.
Yeah.
And was
She
that
was
for the
special.
greater good? Like, did he have a greater
It
good
was
in mind?
it was a greater good. I don't know if he ever hoped or if he ever like planned for her to become that, but I think that was like his backup plan should something happen to him.
Yeah. And it worked.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Good dad.
Good.
Based on just what I heard.
Yeah. I'd say he's a good dad.
Oh, you haven't seen Kill la Kill
I don't think so.
Yeah.
with the giant scissors?
I like started it. I don't know why I dropped it. It was like a long time ago. It's about, and like she has like clothes with like magic fiber of some
Yes.
sort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with like the two eyes.
Yeah.
I don't know if I got that far. Or
she
is that
probably didn't like the
original?
animation of the,
Oh,
of the
yeah.
transformation scenes.
That might be it.
Why? What happens?
It's like about as etchy of a transformation as you can get.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Like borderline
You're
hentai
talking
at some
about
points.
like you're talking
Borderline?
about
Yeah.
like whap like
Yeah,
elasticity
whoop,
of it.
whoop. Yeah.
Got
You know,
it.
it's
Okay.
bad.
I have a really controversial dad, which is Grisha from Attack on
No,
Titan.
he's that's not even controversial.
on,
He's a
hold
bad guy.
Wait. Based
No.
on what? What makes him a bad dad?
The fact that he just like left both of his sons to like figure this stuff out. Meanwhile, it's like the worst possible thing to like
Both of
happen.
his-
Zeke
Yeah,
and
I mean, Zeke kind of betrayed him.
Zeke only betrayed him because of what he was making him do. He brought him into this and he didn't want to have any part of it. He just wanted to live a normal life.
But he never could have because he was part of the race that was looked down on.
Yeah, but I mean, as a kid, you don't get that.
Yeah.
And they kind of force it on him at a very young age.
But, okay, for Eren at least, you can't say he was bad to Eren because Eren really forced him to do those things. Remember?
yeah. I talk about the fact that he like highly suggested it and like when he went back into the past.
But we don't know.
He didn't highly suggest it. He went back into the
Yes.
past
Yeah.
and
He
literally
went-
said to him, "You better do it, you
Yes.
motherfucker."
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, that's what he said to him.
Yes, but he also did it before we got to that part. So we don't know how much of that was because the past was changed by Eren and how much of that is because...
Are we about to go down a paradox right
It-
now?
it is like...
I like to
The thing is,
believe
it's a
that everything
wormhole.
happened.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
how
yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
But it only can happen the way it happened if something led to him getting it in the present to then become the person to change the past.
Yeah.
I think that because I only say this because there was a moment when Grisha was hesitating and actually didn't want to do it.
But that
And
was later.
That's
Yeah.
but it was like before he dies, obviously, which is when it's like the crux of it, right? It was when he was about to kill the what is it? The Origin Titan or whatever?
Oh,
the Founder Titan.
yeah, Founder
sorry.
Titan, yeah.
Titan, yeah.
It was right when he was doing that, and he was like unsure if he should or not because it's like a little kid. And then literally Eren is like, "You better do this."
But in a
like,
previous flashback, before when we first learn about how Eren got his powers, we just see him like pretty much just taking him into the woods and being happy about the fact that he's doing it to help Eren.
no, it's a different scene though.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it's all a result of like a messed up timeline because
Because he went back in time.
he can go back in time.
I like to, I don't know, because I guess it depends on what paradox, like, you believe in. Like, do you believe that it happened like that and Eren's, like, going back in time, like, really didn't change anything? Or do you believe that this only happened because Eren went back in time and changed everything?
I mean, it's like one of those things that the Flash became the Flash because he gave himself the powers.
No.
Yeah.
Whack.
That's what I'm saying. It's a hard one.
Yeah.
Honestly,
it's just,
all around, Grisha's an L dad. He got mad at his son for saving Mikasa.
Yeah.
Yeah, why did he get mad at him for that?
Because he was like, I told you to stay outside and...
But how much of it was because he was like, you know, high stress and he was just worried about his son because his son could have died? Because I'm just trying to think about it like this, right?
So you're trying to think of him as a future investment to take over the world?
No, not even like that. Or maybe that's why. But at the same time, it's like if I had a son, right? And those murders on the loose, kidnapper murders, just murders, okay? And I told my son, like, hey, stay put. And I find out later, it doesn't matter if my son won. If I find out later that my son disobeyed me just to go right into the lion's den where the murderers were, I'd be so mad at him. Not because I'm mad that he saved someone, but because I care so much for him. And I'm like, it hurts me. Like, I need to show him that I'm mad so he doesn't put himself in danger's way again thinking that he's hot shit. You know? No? Wouldn't you act like that if, like, you... Because you got to understand, he was really small. Yeah. Like at the time, and he had no powers. I would be upset at him just because of how much I'm worried.
I wouldn't have reacted the same way.
I'm sure he was in a state of panic, and he's not used to that panic like you are. You know what I mean? Like he's not used to that kind of life or death situation.
I think Grisha was an L dad.
Yeah, but you know who's a W dad? Ishin from Bleach. Ichigo's dad.
You're preaching to the wrong choir with me, but
I don't remember what kind of dad he was. Did he die? He didn't die, did he?
Well, I mean, I guess I could tell. I mean, that's part of the anime is like back in he's a soul reaper, remember? So he was always dead this whole time.
Oh.
Yeah, and
he raised the 2 girls, right?
Yeah, he raised and he has tea parties with them.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, now I'm starting to remember.
Yeah, he plays with them. He goes, "Good morning, Ichigo." Every morning. But I tried to karate kick him or something.
How did we feel about the fact that the little sister like was kind of crushing on like Tetsu, who is like thousands of years old?
That's a weird one, okay? Because Tetsu looks like he's 12.
Sure, but he's thousands of years old. And she is 12, so...
No, we don't fall into that lolly trap here, Jess.
No. That's something. Is it weird that the 12-year-old girl...
sister, so like Ichigo's sister...
had like a little mutual crush, right? He also liked her a little bit. With Tetsu, who looks 12.
Him liking her is weird. Her liking him is not.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Of course, it's not weird of her. She doesn't know.
She don't know. Like, dude looks like 12, 14 max.
Yeah.
They look the same age.
Yeah.
They look like the same.
I was going to say, even if a little girl is like has a crush on an older person, that's like normal.
Yeah.
They're little kids.
But he shouldn't feel that way.
No. He should absolutely not.
Yeah. L dad. Yeah. Tetsu, L dad.
But that's just not a dad.
I don't even think this is a hot take. The best dads in animes are the ones that are not blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, I could agree to that.
Because those are a chosen dad, right? Those are a dad that became a dad because of how they act.
They're not the stepdad. They're the dad that stepped up.
Oh, gosh.
Gee.
Yeah.
So who do you think was a better dad between Iruka and Jiraiya?
Iruka?
Are
you kidding? Jiraiya was tasked with... Apparently, I just found this out this episode, was tasked with taking care of Naruto in the case of Minato's death. Minato dies. He's just like, I'm not ready to be a father, and left.
In all fairness, he was traveling the world.
Yeah.
And he just never heard that the Hidden Leaf Hokage died.
With what, a cell phone?
Well, I'm sure if the Hidden Leaf Hokage dies, that this would be news throughout the world.
Well, that's why when he came back, he
came back 12 years later.
Yeah, when he had to assume the role of possibly Hokage.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm just saying, Jiraiya, great person, okay?
Yeah.
L dad for leaving Naruto for
so
12
wrong.
years.
No, but I'm just saying, if Jiraiya would have lived against Pain, at the end, when he was asking Iruka to be the person to walk him down the aisle, essentially to be the father.
Okay.
Do you think he still would have chosen Iruka?
Absolutely not.
Or do you think he'd have chosen Jiraiya, right?
But
so who do you think in Naruto's eyes was a better father to him?
Okay.
Iruka
was with him since the beginning.
First of all, you guys are all wrong. The best dad to him was
the
Ichiraku.
Ramen, yeah, the ramen guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Does Naruto know? Like I didn't know that Jiraiya was supposed to watch over him.
Naruto knew that Jiraiya was his godfather, or like he found out like after, hence his name. Like that's why when he read his book, what was it? The Brave Ninja, something, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just am upset that Jiraiya was supposed to take care of him, and he left him to be bullied and ridiculed and like starving, drinking spoiled milk. My dude, at least send him money.
But that should have been the Hokage.
Yeah.
No, I agree, but you guys told me that Jiraiya was tasked with...
Jiraiya was the godfather. He was not the one tasked with taking care of Naruto.
Wait, isn't that what a godfather is? If the parents die, they're tasked with...
It might be somewhat
That's
different.
Like a role.
Yeah.
But Minato did...
tell the third Hokage.
Yeah, to take care of Naruto.
Upon death.
Yeah.
He said, third Hokage, and then he was like, yeah, I'll do it.
Did a great job.
Yeah.
Honestly, after finding out that Hiruzen was supposed to... Because I actually used to like Hiruzen a lot.
Oh, really?
Hiruzen was an L-dad too, though.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Literally, his son was, like, willing to, like, unalive him. Mm-hmm. That was, like, part of, like, what were they called? Like, the 10 or 12 kings or something like that?
Yeah.
And, like, he was part of that task force, and he had absolutely no hesitation about going to, like, unalive, like, his dad.
Yeah, I didn't realize... Because you got to understand, like... I don't remember a ton of Naruto at this point.
Well, I mean, it's been long?
So long.
A decade.
Yeah.
And I just remember, like, you know, in Naruto regular, when he goes up against Orochimaru, like, there's a sick fight, there's sacrifice. You know, at that point, I don't know that Naruto is Minato's son or that he wasn't supposed to take care of Naruto. So I was like, wow, what a great guy. And now... And like once I found out that he was supposed to take care of Naruto, I was like, oh my gosh, what a shit person. And I feel like you guys are trying to force me Jiraiya on that like on me too. Like in that I love Jiraiya so much, but you guys are trying to tell me that he was supposed to take care of Naruto.
I said he was just named the Godfather. I don't necessarily know if that means something different in Japanese culture.
If it does,
that's true. Yeah.
Minato should have found a better person than Hiruzen. He should have known enough about Hiruzen to know that he was also dying. I guess, but at that point...
How was he supposed to ask anybody else?
At that point, just start yelling at strangers like, hey, yo, this my son? You better not disrespect him. I'm dying for y'all. I'm the fourth Hokage. Like, don't do this. Start yelling out into the void, you know?
Yeah. Well, I don't think there was anybody else around, right, at that time? Because all the Anbu died, right?
It was pretty much just like the third Hokage, I think.
Yeah, it was just, right? I think
he came at the end, too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Because at first he was holding back like other stuff.
So Hiruzen just really cucked everyone.
Yeah, he did.
Man, what a terrible person.
He was an L. For sure.
Even though he was the longest lasting Hokage.
Why did the monkey like make a pact with him? Like he deserves.
The monkey was also an ass.
Was he?
Yeah. Look at him, he's a grumpy monkey.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought he was pretty sick.
Yeah, he was, but he was an ass.
I don't remember him being an ass. He was only on screen for so long.
What, like 20 episodes?
Was he?
I don't know, I'm exaggerating.
That fight took a long time.
I'm pretty sure that fight was a long fight.
But he didn't bring out the monkey from the beginning.
He brought him out pretty much right after
the summoning.
Yeah. But he dies like pretty quickly, no?
No, he didn't die.
Was that battle that long?
It was a long battle.
Yeah, it was like
because it spanned like 5 episodes because there was other stuff going on in the background too.
Okay, 5 episodes, other things in the background, plus the, like, you know, it's mostly like Orochimaru and Hiruzen.
Like, okay, let's say between 10 to 20.
10 to 20 what?
Episodes.
There's no way that lasted that long.
Yeah, dude, I'm look up like how long the fight was between Orochimaru and
I guarantee it's like
Hiruzen, because I know it's longer than 5 episodes. It has to be longer than 5 episodes. I would say minimum 10,
but not 20.
That's why I said 10 to 20. I don't know.
20. You're taking 2 seasons for one fight.
Okay, 10.
That's like Dragon Ball Z.
It's like 10 to 15 episodes.
Okay. You're sitting down. You're ready.
Yeah.
For how many episodes this fight was?
Yeah. Because I know it was long.
3.
What?
From the Hokage coming on screen to the Reaper Death Seal, which is, you know, the end of the fight.
Yeah, that was only 3 episodes?
371 to 73.
Really? Damn.
So, again, 3 episodes,
Yeah.
okay? He doesn't call the monkey right away. I'm just saying, the monkey was not on screen for long enough for me to be like, I remember he was an ass. That's all I was trying to say.
When I think about good dad Naruto, Gamabunta.
Who's that again? Is that the toad?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought he was kind of cute.
Not Pa? You don't think Pa was a good dad?
And Ma!
Pa wasn't a dad.
Ma!
What do you mean?
We don't know that Pa and Ma were actually mothers and dads.
But
why would their names be Pa and Ma?
Yeah.
Because it could just be like Pops, you know? It could just be like something.
I thought they were the parents of Gamabunta.
We don't know that.
Are you sure?
I could have sworn.
There's zero confirmation about
Dang.
that. They're just called Pa and Ma.
I feel lied to.
We do not know.
Oh, I feel deceived.
Yeah. I think it's like when like a young person calls an older person that they've known their whole life Gramps.
Okay.
It's like that kind of a situation.
No way.
Yeah. As a resident Naruto expert,
Okay.
they were not confirmed to have been parents to any of them.
Dang. Okay.
Look how small they were. If anything, the Great Sage Toad probably gave birth to Gamabunta.
It's true. Yeah. It's not confirmed. It's not confirmed that they're... But, like, why do they always show up on top of Gamabunta and, like, call themselves
they
Pa
don't.
and Ma?
They usually show up on top of, like,
the orange
Jiraiya
one. Oh.
or whoever.
No way.
Yeah, I feel deceived.
Yeah.
Me too. Can we just, like, make
To be
Pa
honest,
and Ma, like,
I don't even think they're toads. I think they're frogs.
What's
Ma
the
and
difference?
Pa?
How could I tell?
Well, if you look at their anatomical structure,
It's the warts, right?
well,
Toads have warts?
Yeah, and they don't have any warts. Or maybe Ma has warts.
It's hard to tell because they're both fully cloaked.
Okay.
So,
But
it's hard to
there was
tell.
a scene.
I would say
remember,
also, like,
where we
toads are
see
usually
Pa.
wider, aren't they?
Are they?
Yeah, because, like, the toads,
could
like,
just-
they're like this. And Pa and Ma are just, like, thin.
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I don't think they have warts. Do all toads have
Yes.
warts?
Yeah.
All toads?
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure
That's
that's
why
Okay,
if
they
you
might
look at
be
toads,
frogs.
if you look at toads' warts, don't do it at home.
yeah.
Like, it's poisonous and you start
Okay.
to hallucinate. Yeah.
Ma has some kind of, like, wart thing ability.
Okay.
Oh yeah, her tongue. I mean, that's just having a tongue though.
But, like, her tongue is pretty warty.
Maybe her hair is, like, technically just warts. I don't know.
Yeah, because do frogs have hair?
Well, Pa does.
Yeah.
True.
Pa for sure has
Yeah, it's got
hair.
a little.
Yeah.
Wait, it says they're toads, but I'm starting to think
They
they're
look
frogs.
more like frogs. Even the size. Because all the other toads are big.
True. But they're called the 2 great sage toads.
Yeah, they were so
The
great
toad.
that they
actually
they were just frogs.
The evolution. They evolved to frogs.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Man, what a eye-opening episode this was. I
Yep.
learned so much about so many characters that I didn't want to know.
We should call this episode Good and Bad Dads and Naruto.
And Naruto.
Wait. Let's end the episode with talking about Naruto as a dad. Because we completely glanced over Naruto when we talked about
Naruto is an
Minato.
L dad.
Yeah, which is
He's
disappointing.
the worst dad, right?
It's annoying because they were like, oh, he's taking care of the village, so he has to work so hard. It's like, yeah, but Naruto is not the kind of person that even if he had to work so hard, would have sent the shadow clone. He would have sent, if anything, the shadow clone to do his fake work,
Exactly.
or his real work at the Hokage, and would have gone back in person to have gone to Himawari's party.
So do shadow clones have like the same like mental capacity? As
They're exactly the same.
Yeah.
So he could have just
The
had
thing is-
a ton of shadow clones do paperwork. Why couldn't he?
He does.
But like, just create one more, and you, the real person, go to your children's like recitals or whatever they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. And like that's what's the frustrating part.
That's why he is an L dad.
In Boruto the movie, he becomes a W dad. It's sad that he was an L dad until then, but at the end of the movie, he realizes his wrong ways, and then he spends times with his kids.
Was that Kishimoto's call on the movie? Or is that when he had already turned over?
No, I think Kishimoto did the movie.
He did the movie?
Yeah. Because that came out a long time before Boruto, I think. Before the series Boruto, I should say.
Yeah.
Because that was based off of the one-shot Boruto, which Kishimoto did.
Yeah,
So
because
that one was for sure Boruto.
I just don't understand why they would make him a bad dad. Like sure, make him forgetful and maybe not know how to act like a dad. He
Yeah.
can still be present.
I think
you know what's crazy? Naruto and Sasuke are both bad dads, but Sasuke is a good dad to Boruto.
It's because
he's always wanted a son.
No. That's not it. It's actually because Boruto is almost a spitting image of, like, the only thing is that he's smarter from a younger age, but in terms of like how they act, in very many ways, Boruto is still very much like Naruto.
No, because Boruto is mean. He doesn't actually care.
Only to his dad, but he's actually really caring to his sister, and like, he's actually very nice to his friends as well. But like, I think it's because he sees so much of Naruto in Boruto, and you have to understand the only person this man has ever really loved. Let's be honest, it's not Sakura. It's actually just Naruto.
I mean, you never forget your first kiss, you know?
Or your second.
Or your
third.
Yeah. Or your arm buddy.
Oh, your...
You know?
I feel so wrong by all dad characters. All blood dads in Naruto.
Yeah.
Oh, in Naruto. Yeah. Wait, wrong? Why wrong?
No, there's Shikamaru's dad.
Yeah. All the main dads, I guess.
Yeah.
Shikamaru's dad is like a very minor character.
What?
It's true.
He made me cry.
Yeah, same.
On his death.
But you're going to see he's a big character
Sakumo
like
wasn't
Jiraiya.
Sakumo?
Who's Sakumo?
Hatake.
Oh,
See, dude, like,
yeah.
I'm so...
Kakashi's dad?
Yeah, I'm so indifferent. Like, because I want to like him.
Why?
Because I understand. Like...
But, like, you had a son back home.
I know, and like that's what's frustrating. Like I could understand the fact that I've heard a story like this, like in real life, right? It has someone that was a decorated war hero, then all of a sudden got accused of something, and then their whole reputation is tarnished.
Yeah,
and then they go and unalive themselves, and it leaves the rest of the family in ruin.
Yeah,
and which is like. It was a very selfish decision for him to make.
But as I'm saying, I'm not saying as a person is he bad or good.
No,
I think that's more gray area. I think as a dad, that's a bad.
It is. Dad. Yeah, because it's very selfish.
The only good thing that he did was to teach Kakashi, like, that he had to respect Might Guy.
Oh yeah,
that was because he didn't even learn from his dad that like you should care about others. It was actually more so Obito that imparted that into him.
Yeah.
Because Obito looked up to his dad so much without knowing that was Kakashi's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't even think Kakashi's dad ever taught him any jutsus.
I think
no.
Okay, I thought that Kakashi's dad taught him like never leave your friends behind.
No, that was Obito.
Oh.
So that was what Obito learned from the actions of Kakashi's dad, but he never knew that was Kakashi's dad.
Did Kakashi know that Obito was talking about Kakashi's dad?
Yes, and he got very frustrated at that many times. But it wasn't until Minato pretty much sat him down and told him, like, you know, about what happened and that, like, it was actually his dad. And that's why, like, later on in the story, he says, like, yeah, I think he was actually a great person.
Come back with the milk father.
Yeah. Let us know if you know any good or bad dads in the comments below. Thanks.
Or is your dad good or bad?
Yeah.
Did he come home with milk?
Yeah.
Rate your dad out of 10 in the comments.
All right. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Bye.